Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and we are back with another team comp video for you. This one is going to be the Six Dragons comp. So this is something I've been testing out a bunch. I've been trying a bunch of different versions, and this is the current one I've been liking a fair bit. So basically, your opener here is going to be Longjin, Yulon, and Nefarian. We are running the Kunlai Crystal on Longjin. For that threat of a turn 1 swap. The more I play this, though, the more I'm finding that I am not actually swapping on turn 1 quite as often as I thought I would. So it might be worth considering Bottle of the Infinite Stars here, since we have so many dragons. And then if you did want to deviate your opener more often and you're going to not use Longjin, which is definitely an option, Band of Bursting Novas could be good if you're planning on using Longjin on the bench, but I've been using Longjin in the lead more, so definitely between these two equipments. Even if you don't swap on turn 1, sometimes the threat of it is enough to mess your opponent up, which is pretty cool, but it's definitely one I'm not 100% decided on. Yulon running Pearl of Yulon as always, just giving our dragons that additional damage reduction is so insane. His Enveloping Mist scales up a ton because we have a bunch of dragons and we have ways of summoning dragons, like with Nefarian and Onyxia here. Nefarian has kind of replaced Sinestra in the lead, as Sinestra is really important in the mid to late game for her healing and AoE stuff. So Nefarian felt like a very natural choice. Also, his passive here of giving your friendly dragons +6 attack is just so huge, as it makes your dragons just deal a ton of damage, and if your opponent is attacking in physically, they take more residual damage, which definitely does add up quite a bit. Then on the bench, we have Sinestra with Mana Brooch, as always. The last two here, Onyxia and Alex. So I know a lot of people have kind of questioned Onyxia, but I think, especially in the right matchup, or if you time swapping her in right, she can just be super duper insane. Or if you're expecting your opponent to open with a taunt lead like Cornelius with Frost, being able to shut down that taunt, scale up attack, and then get through with one of your other dragons can be pretty huge. I am running the Broodmother's Rage here. Passive after another friendly dragon dies, deal 7 to all enemies. That's really huge because she summons friendly dragons, Nefarian summons friendly dragons, and if any of your other units die, it triggers as well. Worth noting, this is fire damage, so that should scale up off of Deep Breath if you can set that up, which is pretty sweet. And I think a lot of people really aren't used to accounting for that damage, which is kind of cool. The last slot here, this is our biggest flex slot in the comp. This is the one where, depending on your preference, you could also swap this out with Deathwing, and I'll probably do another version of this build soon, trying that out a bit more. But for this one, ended up going with Alex Straza. The equipment has been kind of a tech choice, and so far it hasn't worked out for me quite as much as I was hoping it would. The main thing is I was thinking, initially I was running Alex Straza's Brooch. Just that additional extra damage and healing can be rather good, but I wanted to try out Amulet of Swiftness, and the thought process behind this was, earlier on in my testing, when I wasn't running it, there were a few games I ran into where the opponent's Sinestra was on rather low HP, like under 30 HP, and I just didn't have enough burst to kill it quickly before it could get that 2-speed heal for 60 damage reduction off. And so the idea with this is, Alex comes in, or Alex is already on the field, you get Sinestra down low, and then before she can heal for 2-speed, you have this at 1-speed, and you really only need to get this off once, and since Alex has been more of a late game unit, that's kind of the idea behind it. Now, so far, it hasn't impressed me as much as I thought it would. I think I definitely need more testing to be sure if it's kind of worth the item slot or not. Right now, I'm kind of leaning on the edge of it's been feeling a bit too fringe so far in my experience. So it's possible that Alex Straza's Brooch might just be better, or you can even consider the Dragonflight Talisman, like in one of the other dragon builds I posted, as restoring health to the Merc equal to damage gives Alex quite a bit of sustain, especially if you're critting, because that turns it into 28 healing and 28 damage. So that's quite a lot. Personally, I think this is Alex's best equipment. It's just, I really liked the idea behind this tech, so I wanted to try it out. I do think Deathwing also has a place in this build. Pretty much Alex is the only one you could swap for Deathwing. And if you do want a better opener versus Frost Valera specifically, I probably would recommend Deathwing over Alex, as if you go both greens in the open here, along with Deathwing, you can actually beat that matchup by killing their Varden on turn 1. And that is something that this version of the comp isn't able to do in the same way. So if that's what you're running into a lot of, I'd recommend trying that change. However, if you're seeing a wider variety of stuff, I think this build has a pretty decent matchup spread against most of the field that isn't Frost Valera with, Varden and Belinda. So that is the overview of the comp here. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the 6-dragon build. Really hard to say what the best version of this build is. By far, dragons have been most of what I've been playing. We've seen the triple green lead with Voon come up, and that's been strong as well. So I think it's definitely going to take a bit more time and refining before we see the absolute best dragon lists. But the only way to do that is by testing them out. And so that's basically what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be taking this for a spin, seeing how it does, trying to learn from it, and see how we can make the best dragon build possible. So that is it for the team comp. We're going to get into it here, but before we do, if you enjoy the content, do remember to like and subscribe. It does a ton to help out the channel and keeps the Mercs videos coming. So without further ado, let's get into the games. All right, 2/2/2. Could be a bunch of different things. We'll just open like this. Rum, Kazakis, Diablo. This is interesting. I have not seen an opener like this before. So we definitely do this to shut down Diablo. Might as well swing into Kazakis. And might even just be worth hitting the Grom, to be honest. Yeah, I think I like it. Just spread out that damage. They don't really have any way of healing. The Diablo is going to grow from the Kazakis golems, though. Oh wow, they did swing with the Diablo. Look at that. And so they made a protection golem there, big golem. That's interesting. I would have expected scaling the Diablo. They get really punished for swinging though. Like it's a pretty huge punish. Karen comes out, so Karen looks like a Karen Sylvanas cookie bench, which is kind of typical for these kinds of builds, from what I've seen. Honestly, it might just be get the enveloping messed up. Scale up this Yulon a bunch. The health is also tempting. But I kind of like protecting, and then we can use Shadow Flame. They could deal a lot to this, though. Maybe we do it like this. Actually, this is a great time to swap. So we'll swap. We'll Shadow Flame. Swing in there. And we'll Enveloping Mist. So they summon some mini golems. They're just going to run into our taunt, which is fine. Trying to build their bench Sylvanas, most likely. Get some crit damage there, which is rather nice. I think I want to focus the Kazakis. Because he can get out of hand. Alright, more little golems. Oh wow, he kills his own Ram with that. Interesting. We have honestly quite a few options here. Sinestra seems rather safe. Yeah, Sinestra seems pretty good here. Wow, in comes Cookie. I think that's actually a mistake on the opponent's part. Because I can just go swap into heal. Definitely healing the Yulon. It's just, do we want HP or do we want to zap something for a bunch? This actually gets us out of the Cookie range, and then we'll use this to zap the Kazakis.
Job's done.
Should be good. So they predict that, but it doesn't matter because it got us out of range anyway. They're going to continue to build up their Sylvanas, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Zakis is down. In comes Sylv. But we have a pretty scaled up Yulon here.
I have no time for games.
Yeah, 32. So we can just focus the Sylvanas down. Alright, so that's 32, so it'll be 64. And then that. And then we will... Let's see. So we have Anixia and Alex on the bench. So it might even be better... Because this Sylvanas is going to deal a bunch. So it might be better to actually just punch the Cookie. Because we don't need Sinestra to win this. Anixia and Alex can beat these two. So I think I just want to get the damage on the Cookie. Right, we trigger the death rattle, they wipe our board, but again, that's fine. As we can get there with just Alex and Anixia from here.
Job's done.
Are they fish? Kind of surprising. Karen down, and then it'll be easy to take care of Cookie from here. Might as well go for the style kill. Just for fun. Now we got all this extra fire damage, so that's going to deal 30. This is going to deal 29. Easy. Boom. Boom. GG. All right. 1, 2, 3. Guess we'll go with... do our regular open.
Someone like you. The void is filled with
Oh. Shadow Samuro, eh?
your path.
That is not what I was expecting. Interesting nonetheless, though. Samuro attacks, he gets, like, deleted. We'll swap on one to protect Yulon. And then we'll just go in there. I like it. I like it a lot. I haven't seen Shadow Samuro in quite some time. Oh, the prediction? Oh, it's not enough, though. It's 1 off because of the extra health we gained. How clutch is that? Wow.
Job's done.
Unreal. That's actually crazy.
The Earth Mother is near.
Alright, well, we do this. They have the favored chance because they'll have 2 1s, but they might not go for 2 1s. We take the risk every time, though, because there's no reason not to. We're definitely going to swing again. And we'll try throwing this into the Karen, I suppose. No reason not to. Alright, they win the flip. That's fine. Alright, so they stacked, so they had a better chance there. Smart of them, for sure. A little unfortunate on the roll there, but is what it is. We got rid of their speed shenanigans, so now we can send in Sinestra, who should give them a really, really hard time here, I would imagine. We can heal up our Nefarian. Ah, the Diablo. So this is really Shadow Samuro CDC. It's like an ancient relic at this point. We're gonna zap the Karen. Might as well Shadow Flame. Gets more damage around. Then we'll throw this. We'll try and throw it into, I guess, the Karen.
Job's done.
So very important heal there. Oh, why would you shoot that? Oh, buddy. I don't think you thought this one through. I do not think you thought that one through, friend. Yeah, about that. Wow. What a turn. Don't think there's any coming back from that from the opponent. We get our swap on, but yeah, they know it's over. See ya, Shadow Samuro. Go back to 2021. Alright, 222 could be a lot of things. We'll go standard open.
Like you.
Oh, I think this is the person we played with dragons before. See if they're still on it. Sinestra, Deathwing. Okay. Diamond Deathwing.
I'm here to guide your path.
Hmm. Oh, if we punch it, it's kind of all in. So let's just punch the Nefarian, I guess. Oh, wow, they actually swung with it. Crazy. It's a bold move. Let's see if it pays off for him.
There is no shelter from my fury.
There is so much to be done here.
It's probably going to be Alex here. Yeah, I think it's got to be Alex. Could also do Nixia, but I don't think that makes sense. I think we'll Alex. Because if this goes up an attack, we can snipe it next turn. In comes Yulon. That's fine. We'll heal ourselves. We're going to deal damage to the Deathwing, I think. I guess we can try and kill the Deathwing. But we do miss out on some damage. Maybe we just want to hit Yulon. Then we'll Flame Buffet. Spread the damage out.
Job's done.
So we steal a bunch. They're going to steal a bunch. Oh, they give it to the Deathwing, though. Interesting play. We can snipe that Deathwing now, though. And now Nixia comes in and wreaks havoc. Though Sinestra's probably better to set up, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, Sinestra makes way more sense here to set up. Because they have 2 dragons left. So we will go for this to just snipe down the Deathwing. Twilight Extinction. And then we need to kill this.
Job's done.
I think this makes sense. Alright. Boom. Deathwing dead. Bet they didn't see that one coming. Oh, wow, they actually attack. We have enough to kill it, though. Pretty big. They're probably saving their blue for the last one. Or I guess they have to double switch in. What am I saying? How big is this? 12 arcane. Alright. Do it like this. Actually, we should do it like this.
Job's done.
Let's try it like this. That hurts a bit. Wow, why didn't they go for the Sinestro there? That seems like a mistake. That seems like a mistake there, friend. Nice, we got there. Good stuff. I guess maybe they're predicting the swap. GG. Alright, looks like we have a rematch here. So let's see, do we want to lead any differently? I think our lead was fine last time, to be honest. I think it worked out pretty well. I could potentially see using a Nixia on turn 1 instead of Longjin. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Just for the sake of trying something different. Still learning this build quite a bit. Alright, so they did same lead. I imagine they're not going to attack with Diablo this time.
Job's done.
We will try it like this. Interesting. Not where I was expecting the slow to go there. They learned and decided not to attack with Diablo. Smart move. Makes a lot of sense for sure. We're going to choose to ramp up here. Probably right to Shadow Flame, but I don't want to play into Diablo AoE potentially. I think we're just going to heal. And then do we send this in? We'll take some reduced damage, so I guess we do. We will send it into, I guess, the Kazakis. Alright, so we taunt. They send in golems. Yep, yep. Damn. That's rough. But look at that synergy. That's sick. That's actually really cool. And now let's see. Probably Alex here. Yeah, it's probably Alex. Oh, we have fire damage. Oh, it's definitely Alex. That's funny. In comes the Karen. Sure. This is a little awkward. But they're going to take a bunch of damage anyway. I'm clearing our stuff. Like, boom. And that's increased by fire. Or I guess it's not. It's supposed to be. But maybe it's bugged. Because that is supposed to be a fire skill. Look at that. Look at all that damage. That's crazy. And now we can actually get in Sinestra here and heal up. In comes Cookie. So there will be a flip here. It's a risk I think we have to take. The payoff is very large.
Job's done.
Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, that's huge. Huge flip right there. Diablo down. Boom, we get a kill. Triggers Onyxia. Our fire's huge now. It should be a pretty easy win from here, I think. Yeah, 31 damage. That's crazy. Guess we punch the Cookie. Because this will die anyway.
Job's done.
So I think this should be game. So it looks like the equipment is bugged though, where this is, see the passive does scale up, but it looks like it wasn't scaling up on the damage, unless I just counted the turn wrong. Look at that. Craziness. Oh, and it triggers there too, that's really funny. And they do get a board wipe, but we still have one in the reserve here. We'll take it down very easily. GG. Two, 1, 3. GVT maybe. Oh. Nature dragons. Okay.
I'm here to guide your path.
I actually probably shouldn't attack. We might risk it for the biscuit and swap. See if that messes them up. Damage is probably just safer, and this probably has to go first. Yeah, we really can't have Neff be deleted. So I think we just take the safe line. They swap, sure. So they had the same thought we did, basically. This is okay, though. Now we go for this. Buff ourselves up. And we just go for another zap, I think. We just need to get this Yulon down. Now they can heal with Sinestro, which is kind of iffy. So maybe it's better to ramp. So we can like get closer to killing their Sinestra. Yeah, let's ramp. Yeah, they heal there. Okay, this is fine. Now we can swap. Just go for the kill on this. And grab the health.
Job's done.
I like it. I do like it. Depending on how we get into the mid and late game here. Alright, they're setting up their Sinestra now. Oh, they don't swap, so that is a Yulon down. They triggered our trap card.
Job's done.
And now it's like they have to send in Mouth, because if they send in one of the blues, they just die. Alright. So they're going to heal. I think we have to zap this. Actually, maybe we just scale. Again. Be a lot of nature damage. I think we're going to hit the mouth. Their root is faster than us, so it's probably best to just Shadow Flame or Chromatic Infusion. I think Shadow Flame is smarter. And then we just want big damage on the Sinestra, I think. Scaling feels kind of greedy.
Job's done.
Yeah, they do go for the heal there, as expected. Wow, they didn't go for the root. That's crazy to me. So I mind getting myself a little bit there, but we do get the mouth down, which is pretty big. And this is pretty big too, as now we can get in our Alex and we can actually snipe down this Sinestra. Because we will be fast enough, so our equipment's coming in clutch here. And Sinestra just is set up for the blues. Alright. Oh, my positioning is bad for Brucon, but what are we gonna do? So yeah, we just deal the damage there. We go for Twilight Extinction and probably just gain some health. No reason not to. Alright, Sinestra down. Oh, wait, it's not enough? Does that not crit? What? Excuse me? What? It dealt 8. Oh, because it has less attack. Oh my god. It did crit, but between reduced damage, it wasn't enough. That's crazy. That might be such a throw. Oh my god. That might be such a throw. Jeez. Alright, well, we definitely heal there. We have to do this. Probably just AoE. Yeah, we just AoE. Oh man, I could have killed this. Oh god, that was such a throw, dude. That was such a throw. I got so excited because I was finally going to get my secret tech to work. And I didn't think about it had less attack than normal. Because if it had 13, 13 doubled, or so if it had 13, it would have been 13 minus 4, so 9. 9 doubled would have been 18. And it was at 14, so it would have been enough. But it dealt 8 minus 4 doubled is 8. Oh, that's so bad. Interesting.
Job's done.
Now they have Cookie. Oh god, dude, I threw. I had this game and I threw. Because now it's not going to be enough. And of course I'm exactly at 10 so Cookie can snipe me. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and we lose. God damn, dude. The throw. The absolute throw. I had that game in the bag. I just needed to not do what I did. That's why you don't run super secret tech. It baits you. Alright, so we had some rather interesting games. Really fun games, to be honest. Not a whole ton of Frost Valera on ladder tonight, which is always a blessing. Because, like I said in the start, this definitely is not a the most friendly matchup into Frost Valera. Probably the only way you have a chance is if you can bait your opponent enough with swapping with Among the Stars. But even then, it's going to be an uphill climb, because they usually will be able to get that snap off on turn 2, which, as we know, just totally shuts down a lot of comps. That being said, it did seem to perform pretty well against everything else we ran into. Talking a little bit about the Alex equipment here, I still cannot believe how just tunnel visioned I got, basically throwing away a game because I wanted, I saw the opportunity to use the super secret Sinestra tech, even when I didn't need to. I thought they were going to heal on 2, but I forgot they used that ability the turn before, I believe. So they actually didn't even have that option, so I would have been able to kill the Sinestra if I went for one of my other abilities. But I got that tunnel vision, and I got punished for it because I forgot that Nefarian stole their attack. So Sinestra only had 8 attack, so this wasn't dealing 13 doubled to 26, or even with the Yulon reduction, 9 doubled to 18, it only dealt 8. And, that was reduced and that to 4, and then it crit, so back up to 8. And that was not enough to kill Sinestra. And then Sinestra healed, and it basically cost me the game. So I still think this is cool tech, and there were games I've played in the past with this comp where it would have saved me a game. However, after playing with it tonight, I think you probably want to be using Alex Strauss's brooch. That's just, it really feels like this is just a little bit too spicy of a tech for the current meta, because it can be good against sniping down a big Sylvanas and stuff. I believe that came up once, but other than that, this really should not be 2 cooldown. By the way, this should really only be 1 cooldown because it's not even that insane of an ability. But I digress. Still, really fun comp. Loving the 6 dragon build. Definitely going to experiment more with this build, probably swapping up the equipment a little. Like I said in the start, I haven't actually been swapping on turn 1 as much as I thought I would, so I might even just try out Bottle of the Infinite Stars instead, because that is quite a bit of health to be giving to all your dragons, and Dragons are already very powerful with the sustain, so giving them a little bit of extra seems kind of exciting and powerful. So we're going to try out some more with this comp in the near future for sure. Probably going to try a build without Alex in favor of Deathwing as well, because I do want to give him a shot, as he does have a place in the Dragons build and in the meta, I think. But that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.